student all the way from...
New York.
New York, New York. Welcome, welcome.
Flirting with the hot teacher on the first day?
No,
Oh no, I love it. That is a serious bit of crumpet.
The story begins with a quiet sense of anticipation, the kind that comes when someone stands at the threshold of a new chapter in life, carrying hopes that feel larger than the future itself. A young woman steps into Oxford with a heart full of ambition and a mind sharpened by years of determination. She believes she is arriving for a purpose shaped entirely by her dreams, unaware that the city she enters will rearrange the rhythm of her life in ways she never imagined. Oxford, with its centuries-old buildings, history soaked into every stone, and timeless gravitas, becomes more than a location. It becomes a silent witness to the transformation she never expected. This journey, which starts with academic goals and political aspirations, evolves into something deeper, softer, and infinitely more personal as she discovers that life's most defining experiences rarely announce themselves, they simply arrive. Within the first days, the clash between expectation and reality becomes unmistakably vivid. She finds herself pulled between responsibilities that feel urgent and opportunities that feel quietly magical. The environment challenges her sense of identity, forcing her to confront what she values most. There is an emotional tension in realizing that even the most capable person can be surprised by what life demands. New friendships bloom with an intensity that makes every shared moment feel like a memory being carved in real time. Inside classrooms, debates ignite electric sparks of intellectual discovery. Across cobblestone paths, laughter echoes between people who only just met but feel as though they've known one another for years. She begins to understand that belonging isn't something that appears, it's something that unfolds slowly, in gestures, in conversations, and in the quiet certainty that she is exactly where she is meant to be. Then something unexpected happens. She meets someone whose effortless charm and disarming sincerity shift the entire axis of her world. Their connection feels immediate yet steady, like the kind of recognition that comes from souls who have circled each other long before they ever met. What begins as a simple encounter softens into meaningful companionship, and suddenly the choices she once believed were simple become deeply complicated. There is an emotional depth to their interactions that builds with each passing moment, weaving intimacy into the background of her days. She realizes that this experience, this connection, challenges everything she thought she knew about the path she was meant to follow. The tension between who she was before Oxford and who she is becoming grows stronger, but so does her understanding of how beautiful and unpredictable life can be when the heart steps in to rewrite the plan. Oxford transforms into a living tapestry of moments, both bright and bittersweet. Long walks under the shadow of ancient towers become spaces for reflection. Small cafes become sanctuaries where conversations stretch into the evening, carrying the warmth of shared secrets. Each day feels like a delicate balancing act between a future she's worked for her entire life and a present that feels too meaningful to let go. She discovers that freedom doesn't always come from choosing between paths. It sometimes comes from allowing herself to fully feel the weight of both possibilities. Her inner conflict deepens with each passing week, placing her at the center of an emotional journey that is as challenging as it is transformative. As her connection grows stronger with the person she meets, she becomes aware of an unspoken truth, a quiet reality that will ultimately test her resilience. The relationship begins to uncover layers of vulnerability she didn't know she possessed. Moments of joy are intertwined with moments of fear, especially when she begins noticing signs that something is not as simple or carefree as she first believed. The person she has come to care for carries an unspoken burden, something hidden beneath the laughter and tenderness. Slowly, She learns that deep affection often arrives with complexities that demand compassion, patience, and a strength she didn't realize she had. Many of the updates that continue to circulate around this layered story draw attention to how heartbreak and love sometimes walk the same path, and how courage is often found in choosing to stay even when the horizon grows uncertain. When the truth finally emerges, the emotional impact is profound. What she discovers is not just a secret, but a revelation that reshapes every memory they share. She finds herself facing the kind of reality that forces a person to confront what it truly means to love someone, not in idealized fantasy, but in the raw and imperfect truth of their humanity. The news she receives is not something she could have prepared for, yet it becomes the turning point that defines everything that comes after. Instead of running from the difficult path, she chooses to walk it alongside the person who has become essential to her heart. Her decision reflects a depth of character that becomes one of the most powerful elements of the entire narrative. Oxford, once a place of intellectual aspiration, transforms again into a space of emotional awakening. The story becomes less about achievement and more about presence. Every moment takes on sharper meaning. Meals shared with quiet smiles, conversations held in the fading light of day, or the simple comfort of sitting together in silence. She gains an entirely new understanding of what it means to be alive, how fragile, how unpredictable, and how profoundly beautiful each passing moment can be. The updates surrounding this journey emphasize themes of compassion, sacrifice, and the willingness to embrace love fully, even when it doesn't come wrapped in certainty. Her personal growth accelerates as she navigates this new reality. She begins to see her own life in a wider frame, understanding that success is not defined solely by external accomplishment, but by the depth of connection shared with others. Her political goals remain present, but they no longer stand alone. They are now intertwined with a newfound appreciation for the human experience, shaped by the love she has found and the impending sense of loss she fears. The story resonates because it taps into something universal. The idea that life's most meaningful chapters come not from the achievements we chase, but from the people who change us along the way. In the final stretch of her time at Oxford, the emotional threads tighten. The relationship becomes a refuge, but also a reminder of the impermanence of life. She experiences the highs of joy and the lows of impending heartbreak simultaneously. Each day grows more precious, and updates within the narrative highlight how deeply she learns to value the small things, shared jokes, fleeting smiles, the gentle way someone she loves looks at her when they think she isn't noticing. These moments become treasures she knows she will carry long after her time in Oxford ends. The story culminates with a bittersweet blend of acceptance and hope. She faces the reality of parting with strength she did not possess before arriving in Oxford. Her love does not fade. Instead, it transforms into something enduring, something that shapes the rest of her life. Though her journey takes her away from Oxford eventually, she leaves with a heart forever marked by the experiences that unfolded there. The connection she formed becomes a guiding force, influencing her decisions, her compassion, and her understanding of what it means to live with intention. She learns that love, even when brief, can echo through the years, shaping every future horizon. What remains is not a story of loss, but a story of transformation. Oxford becomes the place where she discovered that ambition and emotion can coexist, where she learned that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a testament to the capacity of the human heart. The updates and reflections surrounding this journey emphasize how powerful it is to let oneself be changed by love, by honesty, and by the painful yet beautiful truths of life. Her time in Oxford might have been limited, but its impact becomes endless. The story stands as a reminder that certain chapters of our lives, no matter how short, carry the power to redefine everything that comes after,